Hi, okay, so one of the questions that I get asked quite often is how to help children cope with divorce, or how to make sure that they are all right or that they are going to be okay. So today I'll give you 6 tips just to help children cope with divorce, just to make sure that they are okay. And the first one will be get some support for yourself. Okay, this is not being selfish, but without you getting support, it means that whatever you're feeling, whatever emotions are running through you, they will trickle down to your children. So have some support, proper support from somebody who is actually going to listen to you, be objective about all your anxieties and your worries. Not somebody who will fan the flames of your anger if you're going through divorce at the moment, but somebody who is actually going to be supportive and make you see things objectively. So get some support for yourself, a sounding board, somebody whom you can run to and tell whatever it is that you're feeling or what is going on for you. Okay, so the second tip is your children, once they know about the divorce, whatever age they are, of course, if they're verbal, they will have questions at the beginning, in the middle, or at the end, or throughout. We don't know. It depends on the child. They will have questions. And I'm really sorry to say some of those questions will be repetitive questions because they're trying to process what is going on for them, what is going on in their lives, what is going on with the family unit that they once knew that is no longer together. Telling them that, because mommy and daddy are going to be happier separately, sometimes doesn't even make sense to them. What do you mean we're going to be happier if we are living separately, if we have a broken family? So be ready to answer your children's questions. Be careful not to give them too much information or give them something that means that they have to handle adult matters. So just tell them what is going on without getting into the nitty-gritty of it, but just telling them what is going on. Answer their questions. If you don't have the answer to a question like, is daddy moving back in, or is mommy coming back home? If you don't have that answer, the answer to that question, just say, I would love to answer that question, but I don't know. It is okay to say, I don't know, as opposed to saying, yes, honey, he will be coming back or she will be coming back, when you know that that's not the case. If you're going through a divorce and they ask, are you going through a divorce? And you know that you are, tell them yes. Don't say no. This is just a trial separation, because at some point they will learn the truth and they have to go through all that emotion again. So be as honest as you can with your children. Speak to them in age-appropriate language and answer their questions. Sometimes you will need to actually stop what you're doing, listen to the question, look at them in the eyes and answer their question, just to appease their anxiety and their worries, make them feel a little bit more in control of what is going on with their surroundings, okay? The third point is avoid making promises, which kind of carries on from the point before. Avoid making promises that you know you cannot keep. If you're going through the divorce and you don't know what the parenting plan will look like, don't turn to the child and say to your child or your children and say, don't worry, you're going to be able to see both daddy and I 50% of the time. You will be with daddy one week, you'll be with mommy the other week, or you will see daddy every weekend, or you'll see mommy every weekend. Don't tell them that when you don't know if it's going to be true or not. So don't make false promises. Don't make promises that you cannot keep. Having said that, also, if you're the non-resident parent, if you're not living in the house and your child says, well, I would like to see you tomorrow, I want to go with you, and you say, well, I will come by tomorrow, don't worry, and you know that you won't, don't tell them that you will, okay, because they hang on to every word that you say, and every time you let them down, a piece of them just breaks. They don't understand why you're not turning up and why you're not doing what you said you would do. Eventually, they just stop trusting you. They stopped trusting. They stopped trusting the other parent in their lives. It's not a good place for a child to be. If you cannot make it the next day, let them know. Just let them know you can't make it. Let them know the next time you will see me will be in March, which is 2 months away. Then at least they know where they stand. Okay? So the next point, which I think is point number 4, creating parenting plans. When you're going through this, just remember to create your parenting plans in an age-appropriate way. So if you have a 3-year-old, don't create a parenting plan that would be suitable for a 13-year-old. 3-year-olds have got their own way of living, of being, of accommodating their environment, as do 13-year-olds. Their needs differ. Yes, they still want their parents to be there. They still need to be told that they're loved, but it comes in different ways. So your parenting plan needs to accommodate your child's developmental age. You can find a lot more information on this on one of the courses that I've created called Raising Children of Divorce, which is on Udemy, 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 Raising Children of Divorce. There's a lot of information there on parenting plans and age-appropriate parenting plans, how to create them. Go have a look. Okay, the next point is let the school know. I can't tell you how many times I have had parents saying, well, we told them not to tell anybody at school because we don't want them to be treated differently. But what you're actually doing is asking a child to keep such a heavy secret to themselves, not mentioning it at school, a place where they spend more of their waking hours than with you, to keep quiet about it. Can you imagine how your child must be feeling, being in school, feeling anxious, feeling worried, feeling bad, and not being able to say, thing is, my mom and my dad are splitting up, or my mom moved out, or my dad moved out. That's your issue. You deal with it. Don't ask your child to keep a secret. Let them be allowed to speak with whomever they want about how they're feeling and what is going on. Don't ask them to keep it a secret. It's not fair on them at all. Okay? The last point is, if you can't manage, if you see that your child's behavior has changed drastically, or even if you're concerned about the fact that they're beginning to use bad language, they're not sleeping enough, they're eating too much, if you see a change in behavior within your child, and you don't know how to manage it, and you don't know how to control the changes that are happening, get help. Speak to somebody, speak to a professional, speak to the teacher at school, speak to a relative, speak to somebody who can then help you help your child. So those are the 6 points that I have for you with helping children cope with divorce or raising children of divorce. So follow those. If you have any questions, please do not hesitate to email me at soila@helpingchildrencope.co.uk. soila@helpingchildrencope.co.uk. Let's make sure that the children are all right. And with your help, we can do this. Okay, thank you.